soul party over here, eh. Boy, the soul train get over here, eh. There's a soul party over here, eh. Boy, the soul train get over here.
What's up, everybody? My name is Leko Matomela Umpana Womzulu. Welcome back to Bottom Up Season 1 Episode 3 2021. Sisaqhubeka nokuthi sinikeze iplatform onke ama-creatives akhona la edubane sikhona ukuthi siwaneze ithuba lokuthi ashowcase ispan sawo cause we all about that. So asivalelane nabe ukuthi khona into yenza mhlambe uyi-singer, uyi-songwriter or uyi-fashion designer or anything. Ungakhona ukuthi uxhumane nathi khona sokwazi ukuthi sishowcase ispan sakho asivalele umuntu ngaphandle. Lamhlanje futhi siqhubeka lesigcine khona sikhuluma nomunye usisi engimhlonipha kakhulu. She's a songwriter, a singer, and also a founder of In Your Yard movement. So siyakujabulela kakhulu lamhlanje sikhulume naye and sithole ithuba lokuthi saziyena kangcono. NIPHO, HURD, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Cool. Igama lakho ngilipronounce kahle or?
Yes.
It's NIPHO, HURD.
NIPHO, HURD. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
HURD. A lot of people used to say that. Yeah, HURD is good.
Oh, okay, cool. But before we start the show, sifuna nje ukuthi because khona into ekhona la phakathi kwethu like we want to say shout out to Red Bull South Africa for believing in the boys and also for giving us support. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Red Bull South Africa. Yeah, NIPHO, HURD. Before even sihambe nje kakhulu ngifuna like before ngikhohle like ukusho nje like ukuthi sponsor akho like I'm your huge fan. Like music wakho ngiwuthanda kakhulu. Like ngithanda indlela like o structure ngayo like in terms of beat selection, pen game, vocals, like everything. It's a whole vibe. So into sokhuluma ngayo later on, but ngifuna nje ukuthi ngiqale ngisho lokho ukuthi like I'm your big fan like music and kuma socials ngiyakulandela nje izinto zenzayo like yeah you are incredible. So ngifuna ukuthi siqale ngokuthi utshene mhlambe umuntu ongazi ukuthi ubukela ishow njengamanje ukuthi ubani uNIPHO, HURD and like usuka maphi nendawo.
Okay, so NIPHO, HURD is Nhlale Phulungelo Khanyile, who was adopted by the HURDs and now she's NIPHO, HURD. Also NIPHO because people can't pronounce NIPHO and I fucking hated the NIPHO and the NIPHOs and the, you know?
That's dope because igama lam from ID Unkululeko. So I had to move Unkulu then Leko.
Totally understandable.
Exactly.
I'm here with you, Maji. They can say any other Afrikaans word, but not the word Ntla is a little difficult. Just is fine, but Ntla is difficult. And then just getting over correcting people, I just went to NIPHO. It was fine. And then obviously the HURD is is my adopted surname.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
That's dope.
So I'm a 26-year-old female. I am very passionate about the arts and in all of the arts forms, but mainly obviously is music. I love music. I love everything to do with music, but I like the core of music, and I feel like the music is the one thing that we can all relate to. And so that's the one thing I like about it's like a superpower. Music. I really do feel like it is a superpower where you can touch people you don't know, people you don't speak the same language as, people that aren't in the same belief system as you, same gender, nothing. They can just be totally foreign to you and you can touch them. So I do love music, but then I have other art forms that I engage in, like clothes, was a very big part of my life.
But speaking of music, sorry to cut you. Speaking of music, so ngingabuza ukuthi music like into like oyithole mhlambe like ungokukhula or into obuvela uyithanda nje uthando lakho lo music nalo music owenzayo, what type of music owenzayo and uthando lawo liqale kanjani?
So the type of music that I do, I wouldn't say is very specified in a genre way. Like nje mawulalela, it's got 10 different genres in one song sometimes. You know, you've got like, but the thing is, I grew up around music. I come from a Sangoma family, so makuthwasa umuntu siyacula, umuntu mayiphasile siyamculela, mangabe nje kuyacula. Kuyacula for literally everything. Prayers kuyacula, ukugida kuyacula, morning kuyacula, if there's rain kuyacula. So I grew up around music a lot, but then also transitioning from that kind of homestead to, you know, my adoptive urban life. I then get introduced to a whole lot of new music, your rock and roll, your this and that and the other. But the one genre of music that I did fall in love with the most is hip hop, and you can find hip hop in every single song of mine. It's just that people don't understand. Hip hop is not what we're listening to today. Not that what we're listening to today is not hip hop, but like it's not only.
I get you,
and so they can't hear the hip hop elements in my music, and meanwhile I'm a hip hop cat. I am very much a 90s 80s hip hop baby, and that is the soul element of my music, but that is the bass element of my music, but it's not the soul element. And then local just with my experiments, experiences. I've heard jazz, so there's jazz. I've liked indie music, so there's indie music. I've liked traditional music, so there's so it's just it's like a representation of the life that I've lived.
So ukuqala kwakho uqala nje ukuthi okay ufuna ukuyithatha lento professional music i-career yakho music, so uqaleni?
So ngaqala ngokuyifunda music. Ngiphume high school, after being in high school and kind of getting that kind of love for music. My main thing when I was still in high school was drama though. So I was into writing stories and series and whatever else. So I studied drama, music and English when I got to varsity, mainly focusing on drama because I loved theatre. But music kind of just was the one thing that just was more natural, more freeing. My art, my poetry could turn into music. My stories, if I'm writing like a play or something, that can turn into music. In my plays, I had a lot of music. I took a play to Grahamtown in 2015, and it was just like music. There's a lot of drama, but like there was a lot of music. And I've found that that's the element that I'm most drawn to in my life. Like if music was an element, I very much am drawn to that.
So I think last year you dropped EP.
Yes.
The EP it's called The GHEL.
Yes.
Yeah. So ngifuna ukuthola ukuthi kwi-EP yakho like ne-title The GHEL ukuthi yini like i-story behind ukuthi uyilokhuzane uyibize nge The GHEL i-title yale EP.
Okay, so there was a very popular video that was circulating like last
on
year
social
and
media.
the other year where this little girl is just like chilling on a couch and she's like, others eat put for me, I eat the rice and I drink the wines and I am the girl. So
I remember that.
So that's where the name The GHEL came from. But why I named it The GHEL is because I have a lot of I don't know, people have a lot of ideas about who the hell I am, and I know who I am. And in my album, my first EP, I feel like it's one of those. Every single song is a representation of something I've either lived, seen, heard. It's in my life, you know. So it's kind of introducing me to some of the ideologies. Hi, guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So it is just basically like how I live, what I do when I'm living. You know, I speak about money because money is how I think about money, because I'm not just like some person who's just trying to get money. It's like it explains what I think about money. Why
I think money is a fast track. EP. Like it's a fast track because EP like. Then even now I'm still bumping it. So like you're sounding like I said earlier on, like it's amazing.
Thank you,
it's amazing. But ngifuna ukuthola ukuthi like umusic wakho focus kwizinto kwi-experience ekwenzekile, or you just sing about izinto or you observe around you, or usuke mhlawumbe ukuleso simo ngaleso sikhathi leso, and then you write about those stuff.
I think mainly like every other artist, I'm triggered by what I'm going through, so you could say that's the main element of what it is that possesses me to write. But nabanye abantu mangibona inkinga ngale thola ukuthi ayingithintile mina specifically in my own life, kodwa ngiyibona ukuthi inkinga kufanele sikhulume ngayo. It's just I write from experience. I write to teach as well, and I write no lies in a way where I'm trying to be like, I'll never write about a goose bottle, a grey goose bottle that I can't afford, just because then I'm trying to, it's almost like I'm making people need grey goose bottles instead of needing other things like money, and to find someone who's very special and to you know, like all the real things. I feel like ulim is just such a powerful tool, and it can either build or can destroy. And if you lie, you're definitely destroying. I've seen it in my own surroundings. Like ingane striving to be izinto ezingekho azikho lezi zinto ama-rappers acabanga ukuthi zikhona azikho. Ngisebenza behind the scenes in the music industry, and most of your favorite rappers are broke. Like they don't have money.
But we're going
and I feel like that's very destructive. As a South African black people. So from there, I see the instead of fabricating them or wasting the money, the credit card on them, and then still build. You know, some kids, like if you money, like there were stories about Kotane back in the day, because they couldn't achieve the life that the rappers were talking about, and it creates such unnecessary pressure. So for me, I'm just like, if it's not healing, if it's not true, if it's not building, it's like, why am I saying it?
Okay, cool. But in terms of we saw like track ongat from the GHEL EP, ongat iyona like okuyona favorite yakho you know ithandana.
Abetha blind wonke. Ayikho engathi hamba yodwa ngabhala ngasiza, it was great. And that's the other thing is like, this is not a comment for you where you could be like, oh no, I only like the one. No, for me, that's why I released that project. Every single song was dope. But one song that is one of the ones where I'm just like, this song speaks a little, like when I listen to it, I can't listen to the whole song, because even though it's such a dope song, the beat is dope, it's moving, I cry when I listen to it.
And the feedback, from public, the
feedback from the EP was way better than I anticipated. I thought I was gonna do one of those things of like, just get in there, have a few people know my name, and then I will start to build up on it. But the feedback has helped me do a lot more than that. I feel like I've gotten somewhere that I wasn't before, at least. You know.
And also, you mentioned earlier on what we found of in your backyard movement. So tell us more about it looks like in your yard movement.
So in your backyard, so as like I am an alternative artist, and I am female, and I am in other unnecessary bits. I am dark skinned, I am big boned, and and those factors are very, very prevalent in the music industry. Like you can be less talented, but if you're yellow and maybe a bit thicker, you know what I mean? There's those elements. And one thing that I hate is that we corrupt in such a pure art form. Music is a pure art form, and it's supposed to be said by whoever has something to say. No matter how they look, no matter what age they are, how much money they've got, you know. And so when I started In Your Backyard, mainly it was because people weren't booking a lot of females. And if they were booking females, it was like you're a DJ or you're hot or you whatever, and something. It was never based on pure talent. And then they were especially not booking alternative females, and also females that had something to say. So then I started In Your Backyard, and I was like, I'm gonna book females. I'm gonna book females that have something to say. I'm gonna book females that are still on the grind. So it was a platform for people who were like less likely to be noticed, but are way more talented than I think of. Then it went from just being about the females to incorporating everybody, and it just like it built on from there. It's basically just a platform for people like me who don't want to compromise anything about themselves, but still want to do the music and want to get from one place to the other, but be themselves.
Ngithanda i-movement oyenza because into esingiyandastandile isikhathi esiningi ukuthi mancane amathuba, like uma and ungayicreate wena amathuba and ugcina uhleli no matter ukuthi unetalent engakanani, bothi nje ithuba alikho, then you have to create yourself, create ithuba kuyilona ozokhona ukuthi ushowcase italent lakho, and also ukwazi ukuthi usize nabanye abantu ukuthi nibone ukuthi i-movement ihamba. So i-movement yeni ngithanda kakhulu le oyiphusha kanjalo. But other than that, wenza izinto eziningi, ngifuna ukuthola nanokuthini we songwriter as well. So bakhona ama artists owabhalelayo mhlambe akwi mainstream or nje manje safocus kakhulu like kwi underground.
I have one mainstream artist that I've written for, but the rest are very much underground and stuff like that. But I do have one mainstream that I'm very proud to have written for.
Yeah. So when manje you say independent or like
Yes,
under
I'll
a label?
never sign. I'll never sign. I will never sign. I don't know who needs to hear that 10 times. I will never sign. I will never sign. And it's important for me to say that is because a lot of people can start off by I'll never sign, and then it's hectic. It doesn't happen as fast as you wanted. Da 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 da. It's sign umuntu. However, isn't just signile as na mali. Isn't just signile. They can't do what they want. Just signing it, and the thing is, for signed artists, I have no scam for you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you got to that level where people can like actually recognize the talent that you are. But for me, I'm just too big to be signed in the way that I want all my money.
Cause
I already know how much I'm worth. I know how you get compromised in the industry. I want my money, and also I don't do music for money. So that's also the main thing. It's like, I want the money because I know it's going to come and it's going to be there. But I don't do music for money, and they do. In the record label, it's all about money. They want me to, are you hot? Are you pumping? Are you... I can't have a day off where it's like I'm trying to rebuild this other side of myself. Like I've once been approached by a label. They loved one of my songs called Soul Party. And like, we love this one, we want you to do more of that. And I was like, that was that moment thing.
Yeah.
I did that because there was a soul party in me at that time, and it came out. And now if you only want that part of me, like I can't give that to you. And then that they'll have other things that you have to compromise. About imagine now, so you have to block all your creativity and just open the one that opens in a soul party kind of way. That's rubbish. And then number two, the money that they take from these people, like, you make that company, let's say I'm just random money, a little bit of money, 100K. You're only going to get 15. Sebekhokelelo, nalo, nakuthi sakushuta, sakwenza lusa, sakubeka le station, sakwenza, You're the only reason why they even got that 100K, but you're going to get 15 of them. Hell no. I'm too much of a businesswoman for that.
I like the fact that we uyenzile research yakho and uyayazi ukuthi okay njengoba wenza music, so yini into okumele uyenze, ama-movement okumele uwathathe, ama-movement akanjani khona uzokhonza ekugcineni kubenefithe wena hayi uthi kubenefithe i-label because bothi uyabheka njengamanje i-wave iphusha kakhulu kwi-internet. So ama-label akusiza laphana nalaphana ukuthi adistribute umusic wakho, but bothi uyabheka ukuthi i-internet already wena u-independent, but uyabona ukuthi umusic wakho usukuthathe wakubeka, so u-independent kanjalo. So indlela o-approacha ngayo umusic or i-industry ngiyayithanda because ikhomba ukuthi ekugcineni kuzobenefitha wena akuzodla abanye abantu.
And you can approach labels on your own terms. That's what a lot of artists don't know. You can go there and be like, when I'm distributed and backbone, oh, you're good enough, you can dollar your thing and you will earn the money because that's all they're after. A lot of people don't know you don't need to sign your whole 360 deal thing. You can actually compromise with them. You just need to be that good. You just need to be that hardworking. You just need to actually give them what you said you were going to give them at the end.
Like ukhona mhlawumbe umuntu ongathi like ubukela kuyena in terms of music, mhlawumbe ongathi uyena mhlawumbe uthola kuyena inspiration ukuthi okay uyayithanda indlela enza ngayo, so nawe mhlawumbe inspiration or motivation uyithola kuyena.
Ukhona kodwa useshonile. For me, my two fighters, Brenda Fassi, and one of the finest lines she ever said was, "Ngeke unconfirm, ngeke umele unconfirm." Number two is Amy Winehouse. Now those two females, just like, first of all, if you think about it, they weren't your attractive, like socially acceptable attractiveness. Number one. Number two, when they sing in their topics, babekhuluma ngalento badila ngayo manje. Ha wena uthi ingane yami ngishade ngoba injani, wena ucabanga ukuthi that was the only kind of topics that they sang about, and they would sing about really deep topics where it's like, oh my gosh, it's sad. And then they'd sing about being at a party, you know what I mean? And it's real life. People wanna kind of compartmentalize what it is that is important and what it is that isn't, and it's all important. The good times, the bad times, the hard times, the easy times. That's what makes the human experience, and I like the fact that those two women always represented the human experience, and they told the rest of the music industry to fuck off if you do not want to accept me as I am, and I really like that.
So ngiyakuthola lokho ukuthi njengoba usho ukuthi ibona abantu obukela kubona, because even now uma ngilalela music wakho ngithola same thing ukuthi ukhuluma ngezinto ezenzakalayo njengamanje. So yeah, it makes sense ukuthi ibona abantu obuya kubona. But ziningi izinto zenza other than music. Ngifuna ukuthola ukuthi like fashion like social media, Instagram wakho lokho, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ngifuna ukuthola like fashion sense yakho ukuthi like uyithathable in like indlela oqoka ngayo, into mhlambe like uyithandela ukugqoka or like ngifuna ukuthola in terms of ukuthi fashion yakho ukuthi uyithatha inspiration nge-fashion.
So for me, like I'm an artist. It's something that it is, it always will be.
Yeah.
So being creatively inclined is very, very, it's easy for me. Like I'm a creative, and obviously my clothes will represent that and all that. But and it's like abantu don't cater fashionable stuff for that. So almost like as soon as we stood out, now I was stylish. I felt like I was a stylish person, and I needed clothes that represented the fact that I was stylish and I was unique, and I don't care. For me, my weight, it was a thing for a long while, but it became a thing of, I cut it. I was like, angisiyo umzimba wami ngikuwona mina ngiyizinto eziningi kabi before ubona umzimba wami, and if uzobona umzimba wami kuphela, then it's your loss. And so I started thrifting with my mom. I think I was like 12 years old. Started thrifting because my mom used to own a vintage furniture shop. I would go into the clothes section, find something nice that was cute and old, and it's a size 40 and it can fit around my waist, and I'm like, yes, because I was a size 40 when I was in high school.
So and then
I'm like, and then I'm wearing it, everyone's like, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, fat girls don't have to be non-stylish. But then also, just expressing myself, and if you ever do track the way I really dress, it's very mainly like inspired by old school hip hop, like 80s, 90s, Queen Latifah vibes. I love that era. I mean,
and I'm told no vibe. Yeah, but Instagram, same vibe. But other than that, imapha amanye ama projects usuke waspana wona, like mhlambe abantu usuke wasebenza nabo, mhlambe like in terms of like mhlambe uya pick up or
like features,
features and stuff like that.
Okay, so I have worked on a lot of features. You don't have a voice like mine and not work on features. I've worked so many local features, dude. Like most rappers that I admire, I've been on a track with Loki, been on a track with I can't think of who I haven't. Obviously, because in the music industry, a lot of us become friends. So that accessibility of like NIPHO, I've got a track, Ushayela, and that's any other. There's Prej, he's unknown, but he's one of the best rappers that I can think of like in the world. But he's now doing some electric stuff. He's still got his music down.
When's something? No, what's his name? Fela Kushi.
Oh, you're talking about Desire. Desire was Fela Kuchi's partner in a group called Faga. They were in Faga together. I've backed up sung for Desire for a fact magazine thing that was launching up in America. I've worked. The thing is, I've worked with so many people. If I'm not backing up or somewhere in the distance, I've worked with a lot of people. And then there was a really cool project that dropped, Dubane Connect, that was dropped by Red Bull. We worked with DJ Lasso. We worked with Robin Third-Floor. We worked with God
that
Not
guy
God.
is dope. He's dope.
Yes. We worked with. There's this girl, man, Ubushe. She now does work with Usanal, musician and stuff. So that album, if you can check it out, it's actually really great. It's just we do suffer with this Durban syndrome of not pushing the work. So there was a time where I was like pushing that album, and then I just found I was the only one who was interested in it, and everyone was kind of too big for it. So that's the thing. That's Durban though.
But ngifuna ukuthola because khona into like oyenzayo like ngiyithole like interesting ukuthi ngitshene ngepizza kwenzakalani ngepizza like une flavor yakhe pizza or what's happening with pizza.
So the thing is, I'm a businesswoman, right? And like I'm an artist, but I'm a businesswoman in the art world. And when the quarantine came, I was like, cool. So now we can't perform.
Yeah.
Now I've only got these virtual gigs or whatever, and now nakona futa maningi. What to do with to make money? What's the one thing that people, no matter whether it's quarantine or it's not quarantine, what is the one thing that's consistent is food. How do I get into the food industry as a musician so that I can make money from food?
Yeah.
Collaborate with a restaurant or someone or whatever, and it was happened to know a really cool guy who owns a really cool pizza spot.
Yeah.
I made my own flavor there, sold the pizza. So then every time he sells the pizza, I get a portion of the pizza. And the last thing is that it worked for both of us. Is that people would come there and be like, NIPHO has a pizza here. Blah, blah, blah. So he was getting an audience that he never used to get, and then I was getting money.
Yo, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Yonke engithande kakhulu yeah, lockdown like yenzekile or COVID yenzekile, but iyenza ukuthi ama artists amaningi ukuthi angafocus ku music kuphela, but athole ezinye indlela ukuthi engenza ngawo music because kwangasekho ama bookings indawo eziningi zaseyivaliwe, so like internet ikhona la kulokho zana ukhona ukuthi uphushe khona khona uzothola imali ukhona ukuyisustain, and indlela wena wenza ngayo ukuthi like kwenza pit, yo, that's big. That's
you
huge.
know, the thing is about the internet, a lot of people don't understand the difference between clout and the difference between having a fan base. Clout is numbers, fan base gives you money, and you have to work very, very hard on the internet to get people who are going to give you money.
Yeah,
people are going to like, they're going to comment, they're going to be like, oh my god, you're the best.
Yeah.
But are they going to pay you 40 rand at each given time, every time they need to download or buy or da-da-da? Are they going to do that? Are they going to give you 100 rand if you're selling a ticket for a virtual online concert? A lot of those people don't. And for me, what I started doing before I dropped my album was try to build a fan base, right? With like people that only know me from performing, and so they're hungry for this EP, right?
Yeah.
So I got that bit, especially when quarantine happened, and I still was able to get numbers with my album and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I also was like, I'm not gonna bank just on that.
Yeah.
I know that physical money comes through
Yeah.
way more
Yeah.
than your internet cloud money. So I was like, I don't care about the numbers. I'm gonna tell my customers my fans who really fuck with me to go and buy some pizza, and they did, and that's how I made money. Because it's not about how many people that you have following you, liking you.
Yeah.
It's about the people that are actually willing to spend money on you. And a lot of us artists don't actually understand that. People will have 10,000 followers and they're like, yes, but you're broke.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Like wenza izinto eziningi, like ngiyithanda indlela ucabanga ngayo, ngiyithanda indlela like omuva ngayo, ngiyithanda indlela owenza ngayo izinto, and inginikeza nami like inspiration ukuthi okay, uma ukuthi wenza kanje nami mhlambe, because bonza interview kanje usukhuluma nomuntu kanje usukuthola indlela ecabanga ngayo, then you learn from her ukuthi okay, when izinto zenza kanjani nami ngifunda something kuwena, and I'm sure ukuthi abantu ababukela nje manje nabo bafunda something. Ngifuna ukuthola like ukuthi wena like i-ultimate goal yakho ukuthi okay, music, songwriter, then i-movement yakho le oyenzayo, pizza, like what is your ultimate goal?
So everything that I do is under one umbrella company. I have a company called Tins Investments, right?
Yeah.
And the Tins Investments is Tins Clothing, Tins Entertainment. Under Tins Entertainment is In Your Backyard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the record label which I am signed under, which is my own.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to build, yes, it's to build that whole artistic entity, to build a pure art faculty where people can just come in here and do exactly what they say to themselves they want to do, not what you say you're gonna buy, you know?
Yeah.
But my main goal is to make art a sanctuary again, where we're not only vibing for money, but because we know that this thing heals me and the person who's listening. And what art, like it's so important. Izangoma or artists, I would say if you believe in the Christianity thing, Jesus was an artist, especially if they talk about the fact that he was a carpenter. He liked to play a musical instrument, he liked to engage with people, he engaged with all the people liked him. Is that not the same as artists? When artists walk into the room, everyone's like, ah my god, what the hell. So I feel like we are the healers of everything. Like it's in a better message. So for me, I want my main goal over and above my own music, over and above my own bag, monetary wise, is to make art pure again. And the only way you can do that is by saying no to all the bullshit that doesn't make it pure. So if you come into Tim's Entertainment in any kind of shape or form, you're gonna be yourself. You're gonna get to say what you wanna say, how you wanna say, and why you wanna say it. You're gonna get to express that thing that we were given before they told us it had a money value. You know, when I got in Ula, there was nobody who said, now 10 rand if I can pimbe and I don't want it to only be based on that. Yes, I want to make money from music, but it's like see tunya bra, see tunya zamadlozi, the things they couldn't say, they saying them through us, they healing through us, we breaking language barriers and all of that stuff. So I wanna create a company that houses artists purists, people who just do art because maybe we accept I go bet to 150,000, but because I'm a big great brain, I like to think, or because I'm a businesswoman, we will have that money. It just won't be the money that the world can look at us for and praise us and da da da. But like as long as we get to do that pure artwork, that's my main goal in this whole thing. It's like I just want to be a pure artist.
Mhlambe njengamanje khona umuntu okubuyelayo uyifeni yakho like uyafisa na ukuthi uyi-musician or uyi-artist ufuna usingena ilanga nawe agcine efika kule level okuyona or ngalendlela osebenza ngayo mhlambe i-word of encouragement ungathini mhlambe kuyena?
To encourage people, brew, like stop listening to anybody. Like there's nobody to listen to other than your parents. And if your parents are fucked up, then there's really nobody to listen to. If you can just listen to yourself, right? But when you go to bed and when you wake up, that's yourself.
Yeah.
That's yourself. The things that you say to yourself, the things that are disappointing to you, the things that that's who you are. Like, do art for the reasons why you wanted them to be anyways. Like, don't do it for money, don't do it for clout, don't do it because you're going to steal people's hearts or whatever. If you do it purely, you're actually gonna end up doing that. I never thought like I would have as many fans as I do, because I was always like, they want all the popular girls, they want all the, I'm just gonna do this because I want to. Bro, once you touch people in their real form, they fucking fuck with you, and they're the people who are gonna pay money to be with you, because a real experience is so rare in the world. Where umuntu engazizwa safe, engapretendi, that's actually a rare thing right now, because I mean we know how when we go out then you have to put on your elements. So for me, if you want to be anything like me, just be anything like yourself.
Okay, cool. NIPHO, siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi usineze ithuba lokuthi sikhulume nawe. Ngifunda okuningi kuwena. I hope ukuthi abantu njengamanje ababukelayo and bafunda okukhulu kuwena, and like ngikufisela konke okuhle like kwi future yakho and yonke into oyenzayo uqhubeke uyenze like baningi abantu ababukela kuwena and like music wakho like it's amazing and yonke into oyenzayo like ngiyabona ukuthi uhlale phansi wayifunda igame, wayifunda industry, and then wasubona ukuthi okay wena ufuna ukuthi iyiphi direction okumele uyithathe. And yeah, like I wish you all the best ukuthi in future mhlambe ngithi bengihlangana nawe nemali yonke into oyifisayo No, I'm not saying ukuthi awunayo manje but saying ukuthi ukule level awufuna ukuthi onke like amaphupha akho amaphupha akho ufuna ukwenza like ku easy ukuthi uzenze into kanjani. So yeah, thank you for coming through.
It's such a pleasure, and one thing I just want to leave with is that please don't be afraid to fail. When you fail, then you know, and then when you know, you can die even more.
Uma ukuthi abantu bafuna ukuthi bexhumane nawe or befuna ukuthi bespane nawe or befuna ukuthi nje bekucheck ispan sakho senzayo bakuthola mhlawumbe ama socials or emails or befuna even ukubooka or bebuze ngepizza yakho bazokuthola.
So NIPHO HURD yonke indawo NIPHO HURD. NIPHO HURD on all social medias. So on Instagram it's NIPHO HURD official, on Twitter it's NIPHO HURD, Facebook NIPHO HURD. I think the only difference is like underscore or the dash.
Yeah.
It depends on which one I found was available at the time. But yeah, it's just literally NIPHO HURD at all times. Don't have any. Oh, the Fresh Princess of Dubai is my other name.
Oh.
Yes. No, but it's just NIPHO HURD. If you search NIPHO HURD, you will find me, and please follow me, because there's just so much more than music for us to discuss.
Yeah. So So siyabonga kakhulu NIPHO ukuthi usineze ithuba lokuthi uze kwi-show so khuluma nawe and sifunde kakhulu kuwena and indlela ocabanga ngayo nendlela izinto ozenza ngayo like ngiyithanda and ngiyabona ukuthi i-future kuwena i-bright. Yo so siyabonga kakhulu. Igama lami ngule Komotomela le i-show i-Bottom Up season 1 episode 3 besikade sikhuluma noNIPHO head so ungasichecka lapha kuma socials To One7studios SA To17studios SA na ku YouTube ungasichecka lapha To17studios SA ucommente ulike ushare then sonibona kwi episode elandelayo yeah we out.